Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear friends and viewers. Welcome to my YouTube channel, DigiLearnerPoint. In today's video, we are going to solve the assignment number 2 of the subject Fundamental of Auditing, which has subject code ACC311 and which is dated to the semester spring 2022. Today is last date for submission and its total marks are 10. So let's move to the scenario without wasting time. Assets verification is one of the important audit activities that an auditor performs by investigating the supporting documents and records of the company. So we are talking about the asset verification, which are available on the balance sheet. It is an evaluation process to determine the existence and ownership of assets in the book of accounts of the company under audit. An auditor during verification watch means verify or confirmations, assurance, watch assets scheduling, and monitor the controls to decide whether there is a need to perform substantive audit procedures or not. Such verification works in two folds. There are two ways to perform such verifications in front of auditor. First, it evaluates the design and process of control measures which are in place by the company with necessary corrective actions that should be taken in the case of a weak control system. They are talking about the uh, control system of the company and its design regarding the corrective measures that has been taken if some weaknesses are found in the monitoring process. Secondly, it examines the existence and ownership of assets. Existence and ownership of the assets. So I am going to highlight the important words or phrases in scenario to understand it more clearly and in depth. So verification is a key activity of an audit program which confirms the existence and ownership claims of the company over its asset which has been shown or presented on the balance sheet on a specific date. So let's move to the next section of required. Being a student of auditing, discuss what asset verification procedure would be adopted by the auditor to confirm the existence and ownership claims of the company over its assets. One thing that I want to be clear here is that there are many methods available to verify the company assets, but as per my perceptions regarding this question, is that he is only talking about the one method of verification of asset, that is labeled as existence and ownership. So I'm myself specifically uh, explain the procedure of asset verification in context of this method, existence and ownership method. So if you think some other method must be included in the answer, so you can go ahead, and you know very well better than me how much length is of your answer is justified than total number of marks 10. So if you feel that it is not enough to score the total number of marks 10, so you are independent too and free to add more material into the answer that I have given you. So let's move to the answer that I have placed in my MS Word file. So existence and ownership, I already told you that I'm focusing on this method labeled as existence and ownership. So first point under this method is the physical inspection. Physical inspection, that whoever the auditor is, he didn't confine himself in the office where he seated. He must arrange a visit to the location where the assets are placed or installed or working, and go and inspect them physically. Again, the next point, uh, title deeds and certificate on ownership. So it is the duty of the auditor to verify the title deed and certificate of ownership. For example, share certificate, if it has some purchase assets, so he will ask from the management to give him the supporting documents, etc. So in this case, I am going to mention the example that I have got it here, share certificate. But the problem is arises when the title of the deed and certificate of ownership is pertaining to a third party. So what auditor do in that case? The auditor asking for the third certificate from third party, which may be considered as a security against a loan. Now I'm jump into the third point, which is external verification. And external verification means that you found some accounts are on the balance sheet of the asset side that belong to the external party. Let's suppose uh, you have advances loan, or you have made some deposit in the bank, or you have purchased some marketable securities, and you have sell some goods on credit basis or on receivables, and these are the external parties of the business. So what is the duty of the auditor in this case? He has to approach the debtors and to whom we have given the loans, and the bank accounts where the company has deposited his funds, and in return he tried to get the certificate of acknowledgement from the external parties that I have mentioned in front of you. Now the fourth point is confirmation of existence of property, and the property that exists on the paper of the company. There is a need to be confirmation of existence of property. In this case, auditor examines the rate of local taxes that has been imposed on the property by the government, and repair and maintenance bills and other outgoings that are directly deal with the property. And last one is ownership status. Ownership status mean that ownership doesn't extend to the existence business. Maybe this business has made investment in other projects and other companies and debentures. So there is a need to be verify the investment ownership and its existence by verifying the receipts of dividend and interest. Sorry, please mention it here. Interest. So please note it here that the point 1.4 and 1.5 are example of ancillary evidence. I hope you have found this session useful. If you found it useful, please hit the like button, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon too. Thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum.